We are finally stepping into a new era of gaming, so it's the perfect time to look forward and count down the 10-story games that you absolutely cannot miss. Hi everyone, welcome to Game Zovi, and here are our top picks for the most anticipated titles coming soon. Let's go ahead and get started. Number 10. Elden Ring is an absolute no-brainer for the majority of gamers. This game is something truly special. It took the From Software formula, combat, cryptic lore, tight level design, and blew it wide open. And instead of collapsing under that ambition, it thrived. You step out of a cave and into the lands between. No map markers, no glowing breadcrumbs, just a tree the size of a mountain in the distance and a nagging feeling that everything around you wants you dead. But you push forward, and suddenly this dense, interconnected world starts unfolding. The thing is, everything is handcrafted. You stumble on a hidden village underground, a poison lake filled with the remains of a forgotten cult, or a tower puzzle that unlocks more than it seems. And just when you think you've seen it all, the game pulls the rug out and opens up a whole new region you didn't know existed. Combat is still classic Souls, punishing but fair. But you've got more tools now: magic, stealth, horseback fighting, and amazing world design verticality. The freedom extends to how you play. And that's what makes Elden Ring's world so intoxicating. It's open, but so compact. Number 9. Are you in trouble? Do you need money? Now Marvel's Spider-Man swings into action with a near-perfect recreation of New York City, offering a true open-world experience. Playing as Peter Parker, you navigate the city with fluid web-slinging mechanics that make traversal an art form in itself. Combat's pretty solid in this one, too, combining acrobatics, gadgets, and Spidey's signature agility to create engaging encounters. You've got your side missions and collectibles as you'd expect, but they're pretty well integrated, and doesn't just feel monotonous. This one sets a high bar for superhero games.
Some see self-doubt as an invitation to be greater. This is your opportunity to prove it.
Number 8. We've got a game that's always split the community: Death Stranding. Now it's back, bigger, bolder, and weirder than ever before with its sequel Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. Sam Porter Bridges heads deep into post-apocalyptic Mexico and Australia, reconnecting a shattered world through the Chiral network. Kojima's team has cranked everything up. Faster movement, tighter combat, and signature blend of action, stealth, and strand systems feel more refined than ever. The visuals are stunning on PS5. But it's the storytelling that hits hardest. Strange, emotional, unforgettable, classic Kojima in the best way. You'll be laying roads, facing off against terrifying new BTs, and pushing through some of the most atmospheric landscapes in gaming. It's a bold reinvention on the Strand genre. Number 7. Oblivion's back, and it looks like it finally stopped eating mud for breakfast. The remaster brings sharp lighting, clean textures, and updated faces that don't look like melted wax statues. Cyrodiil actually looks like a place you'd explore, not a dream you had during a fever. Combat's still janky, dialogue still hits that weird Bethesda rhythm, but somehow it all clicks. You're swinging swords, shouting at cultists, stealing from nobles. Same chaos, new coat of paint. Then the nostalgia hits different, when the trees sway properly and the water reflects more than just your regrets. It's Oblivion, but it no longer fights you every time you load a save. Number 6. This is one of those games where you don't fast travel. Not because it's inconvenient, but because riding across the world feels good, from misty mountains to desert ruins. Horizon Forbidden West might be one of the most visually gorgeous open worlds ever put together. But it's not just a pretty face. It's dense, detailed, and packed with things to do. You play as Aloy again, navigating a post-apocalypse where nature's taken back the land, and robot dinosaurs roam free like it's normal. And yeah, combat is still super strategic and fun, especially when you're figuring out how to dismantle a giant mechanical thunderjaw using nothing but tricked-out arrows and your wits. The real joy, though, is the world building. You'll run into abandoned tech labs that tell their own stories, factions with their own messy agendas, and side quests that aren't always boring. It's a place you want to explore, and climbing a tall neck just to reveal the map, still cool, still satisfying.
Wouldn't do to save this world. No depths I won't explore. No secret I won't unlock. No barrier I won't cross. This mission is mine alone. If I falter, if I fail, there won't be anyone left to stop what's coming.
Number 5. Dying Light 2's open world is like a playground built on broken glass. It's dangerous, vertical, and packed full of zombies, constantly trying to kill you, which weirdly makes it awesome. You're parkouring through an infested city, leaping from rooftop to rooftop like it's a daily commute. The traversal is the star here. Fluid, fast, and fun. But once the sun sets, the game changes. Nighttime in Dying Light isn't just a visual shift. It becomes a full-on horror game. Stronger infected come out. Your tools become limited, and the tension skyrockets. What makes this open world special is how it's built around movement. You start out clunky, scared to leave the safe zones. But by the end, you're stringing together wall runs, vaults, and grapples like a parkour god.
Wait for me.
Number 4. Days Gone kind of flew under the radar when it launched. Technical issues, rough reviews, and comparisons to other open-world games didn't help. But if you actually sat down with it, you'd find something surprisingly compelling underneath the grime. You play as Deacon St. John, ex-biker, survivor, and all-around reluctant hero, riding through a post-apocalyptic Oregon on your motorcycle. And the bike isn't just a vehicle, it's your lifeline. You have to keep it fueled, repaired, and upgraded, which creates this constant push and pull between freedom and survival. Want to explore a creepy sawmill filled with infected? Better make sure you've got enough gas to get back out. What makes Days Gone work is the atmosphere. There's a loneliness to it, a sense that the world moved on and left you behind.
Early on, as the pandemic spread, trainloads of corpses were brought into the wilderness for mass burial. These grave sites are now feeding grounds for freakers, making for some deadly rides and intense horde fights. Weather, harsh and unpredictable. In the northern Cascade region, heavy rain will muddy up those windy trails. Snow in the mountains and foothills will make the freakers even stronger and more dangerous. With 6 regions filled with abandoned Nero checkpoints, survivor camps, choked off tunnels, explore the world of...
Number 3. No Man's Sky went from being the poster child for overhyped to one of the greatest comeback stories in gaming. And now it's genuinely one of the most ambitious open worlds, or open galaxies ever made. You start with a ship, a multi-tool, and a mystery. Then you realize the scale. Planets, star systems, black holes. It's procedurally generated. That doesn't mean it's empty. There are oceans full of bizarre life forms, derelict freighters drifting in space, and alien civilizations to communicate with or shoot. What really sells it is the sense of discovery. Building your base on a toxic planet because the sunsets are pretty? Sure. Become a space trucker? This game gives you the freedom. Not only that, it encourages you to use it in weird and personal ways, with constant updates adding story content, co-op, VR, and even living ships. It's a galaxy that somehow keeps getting better. Number 2. Our next game, Ghost of Tsushima, doesn't waste your time. It's one of those rare open worlds where every single moment feels like it's there for a reason. You play as Jin Sakai, a samurai struggling with honor and survival during the Mongol invasion of Tsushima. And the world around him? It's gorgeous, melancholic, and surprisingly peaceful, even when it's tearing itself apart. You've got your katanas, stances, and gadgets, and there's a real rhythm to the combat. Sure, you can run in swinging, but the game rewards precision. The kind of thing where one perfect parry is worth more than 10 wild swings. Me personally, I'm a fan of the throwing weapons, but it's not all blade fights and haikus. There's a story here about tradition versus change, about how far you're willing to go to save your home, even if it means becoming something your ancestors wouldn't recognize. It hits harder than you'd expect, especially as Jin slowly lets go of who he was. Even years later, Tsushima's world holds up.
Quick! Go to bed! Chill. Tell him I'm coming.
Top 1.
From the darkness, awaken. Let the fire in your veins guide you, for you shall have nothing else to survive. No food or comfort, until it is earned. The ones before you were fools. They pillaged the earth for a magical elixir and unleashed a ruinous blight. My newborn flame, master the staff, the bow, the shield, and the blade. For in the fog, weakness is a feast for the mighty. Cast yourself into the rude beauty of our world. Unlock her secrets. Shape the earth. Dive into the shroud. Seek treasures and ancient wisdom. Build, not for yourself, for you are not alone. There are others waiting for you to raise a village or a kingdom. Craft arms worthy of legend and ignite your skills. Flameborn, call upon your allies and together take back your realm.